When did you know you had the job?
I guess probably a couple of days ago. I mean, Coach, we had our exit meetings, and Coach Langdon kind of, talked us through and kind of how he felt camp went, and so yeah, I mean, it's probably just a couple of days ago. But you still got to compete day in and day out for for the job. You got to come out and produce on Saturday. So just kind of taking it game by game.
Did you have a sense during camp that you were probably going to be the guy? Or?
I mean, yeah, I think so. I was taking majority of the reps with the one group out there, so I had a good I felt like I had a good grasp of the whole offense, and that I was moving it pretty good throughout camp. So yeah, I mean, and I always kind of have that confidence that I'm the guy, and that's kind of how you have to play out there, being QB1. So I mean, yeah.
There is that competition, like you said. How much did that kind of motivate you in the off season as you're going through your work?
Yeah, well, I mean, I can only thank those guys enough, for bringing it day in and day out and pushing all of us to be the best player we can, because in a group you need that type of competitive camaraderie within the guys, because at the end of the day we're all wanting to win, but at the end of the day only one of us can really play. So I think just bringing that competition day in and day out is just going to help our team be the best we can be, because whoever's on the field at any given moment, we know that they've been day in and day out competing with some of the best guys in the conference for sure. So.
How are you feeling about Boise State? I mean, they have a couple pretty good DBs. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, no, they have a really solid defense. I think statistically they're one of the better defenses in the Mountain West last year. So yeah, it's gonna be a good test for us. But yeah, nothing. I mean, can't really get into too much. I don't want to say too much about what's going on. But yeah, I think the coaches have done a lot of stuff, game planning, and kind of giving us the right thoughts. And we've been in the film room with the guys, and so I think it's just our preparation is key at this point. I think just us preparing the way that we know how to prepare. I think it'll show up on Saturday.
Is it easier to prepare with school not in session?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, right now it's like we're honestly like professional football players. Yeah, that's all we're kind of focused on right now. So that's been really good. Just no other extra outside stress. Just kind of focus on football and focus on the install and what we got going in, so you can be just dialed in on Saturday. But yeah, that's great. No distractions for sure.
Chance, what's it been like to you've kind of grown from the program, right? When you got here, kind of in the bowl game last year, now there's kind of this next step that everybody's looking for. What's that experience been like for you to kind of see and be part of the rise of the group?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been awesome just to be here, and with what Coach Smith's done and the whole staff. I mean, it was already kind of laid before I got here, and I was just kind of an adding piece, and I'm just glad that I've been able to kind of step up to the plate and help out anywhere I can. But I think we know the job's not finished here at all. I mean, I think we had a decent season last year, but that's not really where we want to end up. We want to go play for a Pac-12 championship, and I think that's kind of the whole motive and the word on the block around our team and in our facility. That's kind of what everybody's talking about is championships. So I think that's what we're kind of focused on, and I think anything less or short of that would be kind of a disappointment.
Do you think you're going to surprise some people?
I mean,
outside of Corvallis?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I hope we we got the tools and set to make a run and poke a lot of heads, and I think a lot of people will start to realize what the Beavers are doing nationally, and I think but I think for us it's just taking it one step at a time and not letting that dictate the way we play or go out there. We just got to play Beaver football, hard, smash mouth football, and that'll all come. So that's kind of what we tell the guys, is just stay level-headed and keep grinding, and then come out Saturday and hopefully everything falls into place for us.
That takes some patience, right? This has been a multi-year process, and you talk about getting the championships.
Yeah.
Is that there have been points where that's been difficult to see the long vision as opposed to
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think when I came in, I think that was kind of the whole thing was we think we have guys set in place to go win a championship this year, and I think that's kind of what the coaches every single year it's been. We're going to come out and try to win every football game we're in, and I don't think for me there's ever been a doubt where I ever came into a football game and thought oh yeah, we're going to lose this game. I've never felt that way with my squad and with our guys. I mean, I think we have some of the best players in the country, and I think they come out and bring it every single game. And so, to say that we're gonna, we're not better than or as talented as a team, I don't see that at all. I think that we have the talent here set in place, and I think that, with the right scheme and the right, game plan and execution, we could beat anybody in the country.
Okay, so if that's been the talk every year that we're gonna win a championship, what's different about this year? Because I think it's different this year.
Yeah, no, for sure not. Well, I think just the confidence we have after the last couple of seasons and getting a lot of wins, getting to a bowl game last year, and just being in every football game last year and being, right there, one play away, per se, in a bunch of football games. And, we could have had a 9-10 win season. So I think, for us, it's just that extra, push at, excellence and stuff is more focused. I think Coach Smith kind of brings up the cusp and how we're right on the cusp of it. And so I think that's just kind of the right thing to say. We've played, good football. We've put a lot of good things on tape, but I think now it's just ready to be elite football and play elite football every week. And I think that for us, that's kind of where our heads are at right now. We want to be out there and go play elite football and dominate every week.
What will a win on Saturday in Week 1 do for this team to set the trajectory of the season?
Well, yeah, I think just confidence and get that first win under your belt, especially at Reser. It'll be great for our confidence to go down and play at Fresno State. So I think just getting that first one would be huge for us. And it's a great Mountain West Conference opponent. So after the bowl game, we were liking to get this one back for sure. So it'll be a lot of fun. They got a great coaching staff over there. So I think just for us getting that win would be huge and monumental. Kind of kickstart our season.
Chance, what would you say how much have you improved since the end of last season, in your own words, kind of a thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think I feel like 10 times more comfortable in the offense. I just feel like now I'm seeing a lot more. Even just the amount of reps you get is just what helps you excel. I think I've gotten way more reps with another spring and a whole nother fall camp. I started the whole season last year, so I think just those reps and the added reps help me just kind of get everything down and feel more comfortable in the offense. And I feel like the trust with the coaching staff has kind of grew. So when I think they kind of trust me a little more. I think at times last year they didn't really know where I was going with the football, but now I think everything I'm putting on tape is I know what I'm doing. And so I think as a player that makes me feel more comfortable, and I think it helps the guys around the team trust me a lot more as well.
You talked a lot about your comfortability and confidence with this offense. Do you get nervous when you step on the field for those pregame warm-ups or anything? Do you feel that anymore?
I mean, yeah, I think, but the preparation really eliminates that type of fear you have. So I think there's always nerves playing, the contact sport. You're going out there, you're ready to go play with some big dudes and fly around and play at a high level. So there's always nerves, but I think once the first snap kicks into gear, you kind of get those out the way, and you're just executing football. You're executing a call that you get from your coach, and you just kind of remember practice every day. You get a call, you go into the huddle, you tell your boys the call, and then you go run the play, and you got to execute it. So I think for me, it's just not really many nerves. It's just the only thing different. There's a bunch of fans screaming and yelling, and it's a little more juice. You got a little more emotions flying around. So, but yeah, there's always some type of nerves.
In last year's season opener against Purdue, obviously you didn't start the game, but then you went in. How are you feeling when that happened? We're like, Chance, you're in the game.
Yeah, coming into the game, I kind of knew that I might go in, and coaches kind of did a good job at preparing me that week, and so I felt prepared to go in. And every time you get your number called, you got to be ready to go, and that's kind of the sport we play. It's a very physical game. Anyone can go down at any time.
But I guess emotionally looking back, do you was it kind of did you ever get a chance to process it, or was it just oh gosh, now I'm
playing? Not really. It was kind of Coach Smith just told me you're going in next drive, warm up, and so it was just kind of warm up and go in. And I think they gave me a real easy throw. I think I threw a little screen pass to Zariah Beeson, and he broke 56 yards on the sideline. So it was all right,
Okay.
that's the easy thing to start it off. Yeah, they did a good job of bringing me in there and gave me some easy throws. And the emotion, it was just kind of like the Oregon game too. Just go take the snap and sneak it in there. It was kind of those kind of moments just kind of happened. So
You didn't have time to be nervous.
yeah, exactly. You're just kind of all right, we got to go. So yeah.